Be me. Autumn in the Northeast, New Hampshire. Want to go camping? Now, XGF wants to go. Decide to hike up a sort of shitty mountain to campsite for fun. Get some snacks, grab tent and sleeping bag. Drive to mountain. Start later than we wanted to. About 1/3 of the way up when the sun disappears behind the mountain. Spot a black dog watching us on the trail above us, maybe 15 feet away. Coax him down to see his collar and see if we can find his owner. He runs back up the mountain. To this day I couldn't tell you if he had a collar. Less than halfway up the mountain, it's dark. This is when it gets fucking bad. Lose the trail. Not because we took a wrong turn or wandered off or something, it was just gone and we were in the deep woods. Walking over these huge, rotted out trees. Collapsed through a few of them, luckily no injuries. Wander for what feels like hours. GPS says we're close to the top. Somehow find ourselves along what appeared to be a cliff, maybe we're back on the trail. Rock sails right by my head. 10 feet later, same thing. Stop for a second, look at my GF and jokingly say the mountain is trying to kill us. She laughs. Hours later get to campsite. Try to start a fire, no luck. It starts raining. It starts snowing. It starts raining again. Have tent set up, but the ground is being difficult. It rains one more time. Then the wind picks up. At some point through the night, the tent collapsed. Wake up to something sniffing around outside. Grab gun and peek out. That fucking dog is outside my tent. Takes one look at me and runs off. I get out of the tent. The wind had pushed us close to a 10-foot drop. We pack up and walk down. 30 degrees and cloudy on top of the mountain, 70 degrees and sunny at the base. Hit up Red Arrow on the way back. Then, a year later. Hiking the same mountain with a friend. Talking about the spooky shit that happened last time. Tree branch comes crashing through the canopy. Almost hits her, clipped her backpack. Haven't been back since. Alright you pitiful fucks, story time. Be me. Enjoy backpacking. Be in Arizona for work and decide that over a 4-day break decide that I want to go backpacking. See closest area that is good is Lost Dutchman State Park. Trail should be 20-ish miles, so I should be able to do that in a couple of days no problem. First day no problem, man it is fucking pretty. After dark be doing some astrophotography since it is pretty. Once I am done and in my tent and I'm trying to go to sleep, something feels off, but I ignore it since I am in a group at the moment since I met a group heading back out. Next day, pack up and move out early morning to beat the heat. Now I'm at the midpoint and just exploring and having fun, but the odd feeling comes back. During that night, I'm out again taking photos when I hear what I think is a fox scream. I am heading back anyway, so I ignore it. Get back to my tent and start heading to bed when I hear it. I hear crunching as something moves over the desert trail. Something is off, the noise is obviously something bipedal. I am off to the side of the trail tucked into the trees and not visible from the path. The thing screams, and this is not a fox scream, this close the difference is clear, it sounds like an actual human scream. Then the crying starts. At this point I am lying dead still in my bag, my pistol is in my tent, but I would have to move to draw it. Whatever it is starts talking, though the speech is not correct, it is like a parrot or raven talking, the words are there, but it is obviously not human. Please, help me, there must be someone out there, all I need is help. This goes on for what feels like 4 hours. Whatever it is finally gets bored and fucks off. No sleep that night. Next morning hightail it the hell out. Never going camping in Arizona again. Be me. Senior. School randomly announces a pep rally on Friday. Weird because they usually let the sports teams know month in advance. Coaches just shrug when asked what we're doing for the rally. Guess we're just going to run out and talk shit on the mic. Friday. Be in Latin. Hear yelling in the hallway. See goth manlet Yuri sprinting down the hallway. With a German shepherd on his ass. Followed by a shit ton of cops. Rodney King 2 ensues. Yuri's large group of goth friends ratted on him when he said he was going to shoot up the jocks. School announced fake pep rally with the cops. Caught him with a sawed-off and a bunch of shells with some really shitty probably non-function bombs. Ended up in Herring in jail. Be me. Go to France with my family. We rented a house for 3 days. On the first day we go back to the house after a long day out. We all go upstairs to sleep. My mother does the dishes downstairs at around midnight. Wake up. We go out to visit a place the next day. Whilst in the car, my mother quietly speaks to my dad. Whilst she was doing the dishes, she turned around at some point and saw a woman sitting at the table behind her. She looked at her for 5 to 10s and then she disappeared. My mother didn't believe in ghosts up until that moment. The next day she asks the landlord about the history of the house. The house burned down before at some point that was occupied by a woman. All of the neighbors recalled the woman to be insane. Couldn't sleep for the next 2 days. Be me. Taking a shit earlier tonight. Neighborhood dogs all start freaking the fuck out. Hear something outside making a racket. Sounds big. Somehow, it's now up on my roof. Definitely big. Finish shitting in record time. No longer hear it on the roof, but it's still out there. Grab pants, go outside. No more noise by then. Neighbors also outside. Flashlights everywhere. Check yards, roofs, trees. Nothing. I don't know what the fuck just came through here, but if it comes back, I want something more substantial than my G19. I don't want to bring a rifle, though, in case it freaks out the neighbors. I was thinking about an 8-round .357 loaded with hard cast bear fuckers, but I'm not sure. Any ideas? Be me. Try to smoke salvia in the woods near the scout camp I worked at. Only have a shitty Bic lighter, so I only get trace amounts of it. Jack shit happens, so I start driving back to camp. On the way there, I pull over on a whim. I feel like I'm dreaming. I decide to do an Injun spirit quest. I strip naked and start walking down the trail. It's super calm. I see an eagle flying overhead. I pretend that means something. Eventually, I end up at the clearing, where we do stargazing for the astronomy badge. I look at the green hills in the distance. They turn into a gigantic green naked woman lying across the valley. Her ass is amazing. Eventually the vision fades, and I have to walk barefoot over sticks and rocks back to my car. One of those homemade fishing emergency power supplies made out of a cheap Plano ammo box, lock picks. Can't reinforce this more. I carry a set of picks in each car. Used them a couple of years ago. Be me. Suburban. Truck stolen out of driveway. Onster finds it and shuts it down. Dollar towing plus dollar impound plus dollar storage. Fuckers. Rekey house, rekey truck. Time passes. Flat tire. Oh fuck, spare is held up under the rear deck by that winch thingy which is locked using door key. Forgot to rekey that. Fuck it, pull out picks and a jiggler and pick the lock in 15 seconds. Also used picks at storage unit, not driving back to get a stupid fucking key. Be me redneck 12-year-old. Bored as fuck. See my 10-ga shotgun. Curious.exe. Try sticking my dick in the end of the L doesn't fit. Push as hard as possible. Get tip of dick in. Wine gets hard and is stuck. Panic and flip out, pull as hard as possible to get it out. Mortified I never looked at that shotgun the same. Be me as a kid. Parents keep their guns in an old school wood cabinet with glass door. I know where the key is. It's the 90s, so I'm left home alone semi-regularly after the age of 10. Grab the key off the hook. Unlock cabinet. Ignore guns. Steal dad's porno tapes from the cabinet drawer instead. I had my properties straight when I was a pubescent coomer. If I wanted to go shooting with my dad I just had to ask, and we'd go out to the woods.